Hello, and here we are with video number 2, and we're going to talk about how stress affects our body very briefly. I'm going to apologise in advance for extra noise. We've got some guys training in the gym next door, and yeah, it's quite noisy this afternoon. So we're going to talk about the autonomic nervous system. Now, I love the nervous system. It's fantastic because it controls everything. Now, we've got two parts to the autonomic nervous system. We've got the parasympathetic nervous system and the sympathetic nervous system. Okay. Now, the nervous system is affected by lots of things. In our second week of All Change, we cover the stress bucket. So we're going to look at, stresses that come into our bodies on a day-to-day life and how they affect us. But what I want you to understand is how stress affects our body. So the parasympathetic nervous system is responsible for growth in the body. It's responsible for healing, and it's responsible for day-to-day maintenance, so digestion, detoxification of what we put into our bodies, etc. So going on from what we were saying yesterday, if you put the wrong fuel into your body, then your parasympathetic nervous system has to work harder because it has to detox you more. Okay, that's not talking about the organs, this is just talking about your nervous system. Right, so then let's switch to the sympathetic nervous system. Now, this is effectively our fight or flight. This is our emergency. This is our save our life system. Okay. Now, unfortunately, in the environment that we live in these day-to-days, everything's so fast-paced. We want from one thing to another with the kids, with the work, with everything that goes on, or whatever revolves around your life that has you on that brink all of the time. The sympathetic nervous system is the one that goes into fight or flight mode. So it now needs to fight something or it needs to run away from. Okay, so this is your emergency valve response to save your life. So when we become stressed, then our body's prepared for something. What happens when our body goes into that mode is it starts to restrict blood flow. So it restricts the blood flow to the areas of the stomach, the kidneys, the liver, the maintenance process, the growth process, the healing process. It restricts flow to those areas because it says, "Wow, I've got to fight this bear or run away from it. I don't need those things just now. What I do need is blood pumped to my muscles because I need my muscles ready to fight it or run away." So it changes how our body functions. Now, under normal circumstances, like life or death situations, fantastic. But if what we're doing is stressing our bodies on a day-to-day basis, we never come out of that fight or flight mode. Therefore, our blood that goes to the things that we need to survive, maintain and grow is restricted, so they can't function properly. And we constantly have blood supply to our muscles, so our muscles become tighter and tighter and tighter and ready for something, and we never know what we're ready for. So this is why looking at what stresses you, what stresses us, how we can deal with that and how we can reduce the stress in the stress bucket is so important. And that's why it's in our second week of All Change, because it's something that we need to take through the rest of the 8-week program and right the way through life, because it's such an important part. So that's our second part in the 8 video series of why we do what we do in All Change. I hope you've enjoyed it. Any questions at all, please give me a shout. Okay, thank you.